So, hi guys, it's 6 o'clock in the morning in the land down under. As you can tell, it's very early and I woke up and I'm quite bored. So, you know what? Why the hell not? Let's do a room tour because I have nothing better to do with my life. Let's go. Now we got two sections to this display. We have the Thomas display and the SpongeBob and Friends display, as I call it. So let's start with the Thomas display. You're way more familiar with this than that, so that's why we're going to start here. So first up, we've got my layout, which geography makes no sense. Like, why is Great Waterton next to Timber Sheds? But who cares? It's a layout. We've got the sheds there. We've got some of the bigger engines there, and Thomas got some of the littler engines there, and Lackadoo and Sculloey, which is, it's a bit of a joke on my Discord server. I put them there because why not? We also got, this is what I like to dub the Scottish shed, because we've got Emily and Douglas, two of the Scottish engines. We got Cranky, great item that. We've also got Hug Guy, as I call him. Also there's SpongeBob, because Douglas likes SpongeBob, so they've got to keep that going somehow. This turntable, which is fun to do. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby. Great Waterton, like I said. Knapford Sheds, we've got the Shunting Yard, just a bunch of stuff on that layout. And we have this wall with my Lord and Savior, the Great Discovery. I think that's either the Mandarin or the Japanese poster. I think it's Chinese Mandarin, but it might be Japanese, not too sure. And I also made this poster, I hung this up yesterday. Don't be Billy, be more like Duck. Only people on my Discord server will get that joke. So whoever anyone's watching this, especially TTE fan, remember, don't be Billy, be more like Duck. Next up, we've got, this is what I like to dub the favorite table, but underneath we have some items. We have the Thomas Pillow Pets, this Thomas plush. I think this was actually my first Thomas plush there. We got this one. That's actually from the Slippy Soda remake I did. That was the best thing I've ever done. That's still on there. Keep that there on this Thomas. We got this thing, I don't know, I think that was from a show bag. I have no idea what that is. We also got the best item Golden Bear ever made, this shed. We've got fishing wire I use quite a bit, and also here's all my Duplo figures, which I always use these for like large scale figures. Also we got that from the final episode of Percy Family. I kept that. Percy's Family is cancelled, if you don't know. Sorry about that. We also have this Thomas blanket, which is now a curtain. Thanks to Nonna for helping me set this up. It looks so much better. It makes it more... Thomas C gets the light out. Love this thing. We've got on this table, we've got the Railway Series Thomas. Love that thing. Love that thing to death. We've got the box there. We've got the Blue Bears, which are absolutely tiny. Like, look at James compared to Thomas. It's tiny. And when I put it over to that SpongeBob there, you can't even see it. It's that small, these things. Anyway, there's the book that came with Railway Series Thomas. We got my Ernest Customs. I still have these. I've got to use them in a Christmas special. I'm not going to spoil what that is yet, but I'm planning to use these in a Christmas special when I eventually get around to doing that. Check out James. Everyone loves this item because, he's on his special medicine. We've got a clay-shaped duck, which, controversial opinion, I actually prefer this to the Hit Toys duck. So yeah, just do. We've got the fast forwards there. Love these items a lot. Now I'm going to get on to the main event. Well, besides that, the shelves. Now we have the very top of the shelf. I purposely put some of the sort of specialty gold items there to make them a bit more special. On Superstation track, I barely used this track, so it was actually really handy for this. That's a custom Silver Percy. I have ordered an original Silver Percy, but until then, that's going to have to do. But probably next time you see this, that will be a normal Silver Percy. We've got this Thomas Whistle. That's a Thomas Whistle. We've got the, that's a bootleg. That's one of those Transformers. That's my Erdl collection in there. I'll quickly get that down and show you. Got all my Erdls. Well, most of my Erdls. I don't have them there, obviously, because they're too big, and I got Boco and Daisy on the shelf. But most of my Erdls I keep in this case. We've also got two of the tote boxes, and the one missing the wheel there, that's the first one I got, by the way, just fun fact. We have this Thomas, which has seen better days. I gave him a silver mustache. We got this. Does this work? The face normally lights up. I think the batteries are dead, or I took them out, something like that. Now we have, this is my Thomas Christmas ornament, which lives there when it's not Christmas time. I normally put this on top of the tree. People are always like, do you put the star or the angel on the top of the tree? I put Thomas on the top of my tree. And when Thomas is not there and he's on the Christmas tree, I normally put my Thomas Christmas stocking, which if I remember, I'll put a picture on the screen if I remember. We also got these custom signs I made using the sprites from the Sega game. Best Thomas game, by the way, Sega game. Now we have all the blue engines, and I've actually used some clear DVD cases to get the sort of stacking effect. So we got some of the take-alongs there, some of the woodens there, we got some other engines. Mighty Mac, Fergus, which actually, a very funny story how I got Fergus. I have a friend called Fergus, and he kept on bugging me to get Fergus until I finally got him. So yeah, thanks for that, Fergus. We got this Thomas, which my best friend in the whole world gave that to me. Shout out to you if you're watching this. Got the Let's Go Thomas. That's a great Thomas. One of the best Thomases ever made, I think, that one. We got the Thomas that I unboxed on my live stream. It came with the 80th set over there. Now we have my favorite color today, the greens. Notice I said today, because I like green better than blue today, but by the time it goes out, I'll probably change to blue. I can never pick between blue and green as my favorite color anyway. Here's the green section. We got my childhood battery-operated Percy, which is seen better days, let's put it that way. We also got Oliver, Metallic Percy. Yes, Metallic Percy right there. 60 years, Metallic Percy. We got Daisy and Boko, which I'm very happy I got them. I've been meaning to get those guys for years, but I always push it off until about 2 months ago. So thank God I got them. Golden Bear Percy, Big Loader Percy. The Henry I used in my Sad Tale of Henry video. There's the Henry with the tender I unboxed on my live stream. There's Adventures Henry, which fun fact, his tender once got stuck in the billiard table there, so funny story. Now we have the reds and yellows and orange, you know, the very sort of vibrant, warm colours I have in this shelf. So we've got, that's the 80th James, that's the Trackmaster 2 James, I like this one more, sorry. That's the Departing Now James, there's the Rusty, Battery James, Golden Bear James, Big Back James, as everyone knows that reference, well done. Tommy James, that's Big Load of Terrence. That's in box still, the Soda Weather track. I still have that in box somehow. Take Along Scullowy. I love Scullowy. There's your names, which, again, he has seen some better days. Sorry about that one is. Duncan, don't be Billy, guys. Now we have sort of the black and brown greys, those sort of duller colours. We've got Wooden Diesel 10, that's the newest item in the collection at the moment. Wooden Diesel 10, love that thing. Hopefully, sometimes it's kind of tricky getting him out because he messes up that part of the display. We've got Annie and Clarabelle, that's from the Talking Thomas I unboxed on my live. I mentioned that live stream a lot, I know. Got, that's a Hornby Clarabelle, pretty sure it's Clarabelle. That's a Take Along, oh, that's not Take Along, that's a Take and Play Talking Diesel 10, my bad. Stanley, Douglas, Hola Thomas, Annie and Clarabelle. Which actually had Annie way longer than Clabber, but anyway. We've got Wooden Neville, Wooden Stanley. Welcome, Stanley, for my Lord and Savior, Great Discovery. I think we all know I love Great Discovery. Trackmaster Douglas. Hola, Thomas. Aha, Douglas. I don't think a lot of you got that reference, but I hope you did anyway. Now we have my miscellaneous section full of all the items I couldn't fit on any of these other shelves. You know, like All Engines Go Duck, Talking Action Thomas, this Thomas, which I love because he's got Michelangelo's voice, and I always say it's like memorializing him because, you know, Michelangelo's is dead, but this has his voice in, so it's like the most iconic part of him lives on thanks to that Thomas. Anyway, we also got my custom Barkman Thomas with Hornby's face, and we got the vice versa there, and you can see that Barkman Thomas's face has seen way better days now. We've also got this duck, which I unboxed on my live stream, and I was busting my ass to get, so I'm very happy I got that duck now. Now we have this section full of some of the bigger items. That's the Ride-On Thomas, which I've had for... That was my sister's. That thing is pushing 20. That thing is over 20 years old now, guys. We've got my Lord and Savior, Biggie Smalls, the Millionaire, the Merchant, the 2 wee spots, and these 2 hot Glocks are there with Percy. He protects my house from robbers. That's the joke on my Discord server with him. Another Thomas plush there. This Thomas, which No Electric also has. Have hours of fun with those eyes. We got this deflated Thomas balloon, which I put there. We also got my shelves. We got some VHS tapes, books, a bunch of stuff. There's my DVD collection. Got this box set I made. This is the custom box that I have with all the seasons. Also, I put the pilot in there. Now, I made 2 copies of the pilot. I got the pilot there and the pilot single release, which I think a lot of you have seen. We got my Railway Series books. These are the original prints, actually. All of them between Duck and the Dealer Engine to Oliver the Western Engine are the original prints, by the way. That's not an original print, it's just more about Thomas the Tank Engine. Great book. I think it's the 65th one there. Got the Railway Series collection with all the books. Actually, this is the one that's got the weird, I wouldn't say error because they're all like this, but I don't think that's a Henry the Green Engine cover, do you? We've also got this promotional image of Thomas and Percy, which I just put there, why not? There's my custom Biggie Small CD, which I listen to on repeat. We've got some of the special sort of items there. We've got the Railway Series stories narrated by my Lord and Saviour, Michelangelo. This was my second ever Thomas book. And this is very special, because I'll just quickly flash it up. That is a message from my sister when I was 1. This was what I had for my very first Christmas. My sister wrote a very heartfelt message. I'll just quickly flash that up. You can pause it and read it if you want. That's very special, so thanks for that. My sis loved that. There's the Greek DVD I found in the charity shop. Still can't believe that happened. That's a great DVD. It speaks in Greek. The book that got me into Thomas, this was actually the very first Thomas thing I ever got. This book is over 20 years old. This was my sister's, and this is what got me into Thomas. This book of Thomas Percy and the Squeak. So thank you, Thomas Percy and the Squeak. We got this book, which actually has pretty much all the engines in there. It's got all the different characters in there. Very cool. Now on this little shelf, we got my capsule collection. Some of the capsule items are on the shelf, but all like the wind-up engines are here. We got, there's Mario Bubbles. Slow down, Thomas, just spill the Mario Bubble liquid. There's Topham, there's a little shed I got. That's a very nice piece. These are all the capsule engines. Right up there, we got my favorite capsule engines. Well, besides this guy's Scullery, but all my other capsule favorites are there. We've got Donald Truck, which my friend Small Angel 100 made this poster and I hung it up and he was laughing his head off when I showed him that. We've got this gorgeous Thomas poster I found in a charity shop. That's absolutely gorgeous. This Island of Soda map from the All Engines Go era. I know everyone's going to shoot me, but it's a cool map. That's why I hung it up. Also got this lovely image I also found in a charity shop. Now we have the Duplos. Now these things are very special. These were my very first Thomas toys. And you can tell because I played with them a lot. And also, yeah, look at those eyebrows I drew on. And look at the condition of the face. Fair to say, these things have seen better days. And you can tell because Stanley, which is the other one I didn't have as a kid, look how gorgeous he is. Now look at him compared to Toby. You can tell something went wrong. Again, these were my sisters. These were my older sisters. So Thomas, James, Percy, and Toby, the first run. These things are over 20 years old, which is crazy. Also down here, we have my very sufficient power supply with tape and cords. Like, look how efficient this power supply is. With this power supply, let's hope I don't end up like Electro Boom. And before we transition to that SpongeBob display, I'll quickly show you these. These are some of the cupboards where I store stuff I'm not using. Like, here's all the rolling stock. Well, that's a custom box car I made for the 80th anniversary. There, by the way. There's all the rolling stock. I used a lot of this in my actually, I used all the Trackmaster rolling stock in my Henry remake I did. We got this little lunch box. No, nothing's in there. There's all of my Nerf bullets right there, which, no joke, I got these specifically for the Mavis Biggie Smalls video. We got the other greatest moments Percy, which I couldn't fit on my display, and I actually got rid of the non-painted running board Percy, so sorry about that. Here's a Trackmaster 2 chassis, which I normally use for, like, fast shots. Like, this pulls around like goods and stuff. It's kind of like a Mark of the Engine thing, you know? So that was my Thomas display. We also have some other stuff, like here's a work table I use, and there's the billiard table. This set will not be on the billiard table always. This is just like a for now thing. Normally, this billiard table is clear because I film a lot of stuff on this billiard table. And like I said, Henry's tender once fell down there, so that's fun. We also got this filming table, which is very easy to move, and that's great because I love getting, you know, shots around the layout like this, stuff like that. I can do shots like this now, which I couldn't do before. Now, here's the SpongeBob and Friends display. I use Friends in quotation marks. These are just some of my other interests, you know. Mario Kart, Lego, SpongeBob. I got a lot of... These are the main Lightning McQueen cars I use because I love these things. Got the King, got Chick, got a little SpongeBob Pez dispenser. Mr. Bump from my favorite childhood book. Love Mr. Bump. Got this giant SpongeBob plush. Like, look how big he is. I love this thing. We also got some of my DVDs down there. We've got SpongeBob and Simpsons. Oh my god, I've had season 1 and 2 for years now. Season 1 and 2 of Simpsons. some other DVDs there. You can look at them. Got my Wii. Got the DVD player. We got all my Wimpy Kid books there. We got Woody and Buzz from Toy Story. Got Leia. Got this poster. Actually, we have a poster there, which I forgot to mention. But yeah, I got these custom posters printed at Officeworks. We have the music table, as I call it. We got my record player, which I use mainly to listen to my Postman Pat record. And all more sometimes, but mainly Postman Pat. Got my Bluetooth speaker, which I love blasting, especially Biggie Smalls. We've got some other stuff. There's my portable DVD player. We've got all my Wii controllers there. We've got some other stuff there. There's my Demons. There's my Chuggington collection, which I'm not even into Chuggington. I don't know why I still have these. Probably take them to the charity shop. There's the boxes for the Wallace and Gromit Pop Funkos, which I have up there. Since we looked at that drawer, that reminds me, down here I also have some other stuff. I got my Mr. Bump. I have a lot of copies of Mr. Bumper with different, backs and stuff like that. There's my Mr. Men collection, which I do want to get a shelf just to put my Mr. Men collection, maybe like there where those chairs are near the door. There's a Mac from Cars. We got Grug. Oh my god, that's such an Australian series. I need to put that on a shelf. That's a very iconic Australian series. If you live in Australia, you know Grug. If you live anywhere else, you probably don't know Grug, so sorry to all my American viewers for talking about a franchise you don't know. And since we were talking about Mr. Bump, that reminds me, this is my main Mr. Bump copy there. Come on, put it back. It's kind of hard to do that single-handedly if you camera. I don't remember why I got this. This is the Teenage Robot Complete Series DVD. By the way, this cost $80. That's less than Mario Kart World in Australia. It costs less to buy this than Mario Kart World in Australia. Just want to let everyone know that. Now, finally, we have another works table and my Mario and Toad plushes, which are giant. They are cool. Not as cool as that thing. Absolutely love that thing. That's definitely my favorite non-Thomas thing I own. Love that giant SpongeBob plush. Anyway, that's enough hyping about that SpongeBob plush. Now, here on my work table, I have just a pad of paper. There's all my Sharpies and paint pens. We've got that giant Mario statue. That's a gorgeous thing. And here are my drawers. Now, this first drawer has most of my Cars collection. All my cars which are not on that shelf are stored here. I have quite a bit of them, as you can tell. Quite a bit, Lightning McQueen, Mater, there's a key there. A lot of Disney cars in there. Here's another table. We got SpongeBob. I'm surprised I don't have more SpongeBob stuff than I do, since, I love SpongeBob. There's my other Mr. Men figurines in there. But I'm mainly into Mr. Bump, so that's why I get there. SpongeBob. There's the Take Along Paddy Wagon. I know a lot of people seem to love. There's my Mario collection there. Down here we just have some miscellaneous things. SpongeBob Hot Wheel, Koopa Troopa plush. There's my Lego figures. Just a bunch of... Oh, there's Bob the Builder figures there. Just a bunch of random stuff in that drawer. So yeah, that was my room tour. And besides maybe putting a shelf there for Mr. Men, I would not change a thing about this display because I absolutely love it. To quote my favorite song, All Stars, that's the way I like it and I'll never get bored. So, yeah, that was just me rambling for like 30 minutes just about stuff I own. So, yeah, just thanks for watching this room tour and watching me ramble about stuff that really doesn't matter. So, with all that said, thank you for watching and bye-bye.